So, welcome everyone, we are back, Season 2 of the Group 3 series, opening rounds at the Catalunya Grand Prix circuit. But before we start with the racing, we will go through all the cars. So this is the THG Racing Jaguar, with Kevin and Kulis. You can see their cars pretty identical, hard to tell the difference. And then we have M Power Racing with Sean and Lewis. They're very easy to tell apart. One car white, one car black. And then we have the Send It Racing team, the Daniel Ricciardo style Porsches of Liam and Brian. Flipped liveries there, the green and blue flipped around. And then we have Vantage SBR Racing with Adam and Christina, and you can see one sort of fluorescent yellow, one orange, easy to tell apart. And then I guess you could say good thinking of Ben and Coleman with Lexus Entertain You, gone with the green and red theme of the SBR colours, of course flipped colours, like we're seeing a trend of with these cars, the flipped colours to distinguish who is who. And then there's Greg in the Team Belgium, the Mercedes AMG. He is with Steph. You can see there, Greg green accents, Steph red. And now we have the Shake and Bake, sort of eBay multicoloured cars. Yeah, Shake and Bake of Andy, and then Bobby, who starts this race in 8th. And the final team, there is John for Godzilla Racing, and then Ricky, Richard, they will be in the Nissan GTR. So that is the teams and drivers. And now it is time for the first race of the season. Everyone wants to get off well on the front foot. And we're going. Lewis has made an amazing start. The Porsche is sluggish off the line. That's an issue that the car has just built in. It is slow off the line. But Lewis is down the inside. He's going to take first place from 3rd on the grid. Bobby has gone from 8th to 3rd. Greg is up to 4th. Just being passed by Adam there. Looks like he's then lost out to Liam in the Porsche. He's back up to 5th. So not a great start for the Porsche. See, they're easy to distinguish, very bright. We have the BMW fighting away in the standard BMW, sort of white, blue and red. A lot of drivers mention, actually, you can see there the Jaguar has a lot of chrome. It was very shiny and reflective in these sort of sunrise, sunset conditions. And further back, what's going on? Chris is in 9th, Steph. All looks somewhat easily. Sean has dropped to the back. He's just past Kulis in the other Jaguar. There is Adam. He's having to defend from the Porsche of Liam. Liam goes down the inside. Is Adam going to be able to hang it? They're still side by side. It's going to be a left and a right, so the advantage is going to keep changing. And Porsche, there's a bit of contact there, but the Porsche has managed to go all the way around the outside. Adam thought about going for another look. But now Kevin's going to be trying to retake that lead that he made with pole position. The Jaguar very good in the straight, the BMW not so much. So what can Lewis do? He's just going to have to hold right. But Jaguar is going to be so far ahead that he doesn't even have a chance to sort of go back down the inside. The Jag retakes the lead. There's Adam. Now is Ben, Greg and Chrissy right behind him. So Lexus and Mercedes and then Aston hunting down the other Aston. There's Ricky, he's up in 9th. The two GTRs both snuck into the top 10. Sean's back up to 11th after his horrible start. There's Brian in the other Porsche in 12th. You can see the other Lexus, the other Jag. That is Sean up to 10th. He's dispatched one of the Nissans. Steph and the other NSX are down at the bottom, so it's not been a great start for them. How is Adam faring with the pressure? Ben in the Lexus is gonna be thinking about something soon. He lost out pretty badly in the start. He sees the likes of Lewis, of Kevin, of Liam and all that up ahead, and Bobby. Maybe thinking that's the people I want to be fighting with, but there's currently an Aston in the way. Now Sean has dispatched of the other Nissan, he's up to 9th. And there's Brian fighting one of the Nissans, he gets down the inside. We have Coleman and Koulis side by side into the tight right before the chicane. John has gone a bit wide. He's managed to hold on for now though. That Lex is not great in a straight. In fact, Brian is now up to 10th. Greg has dropped way down. Now we have a massive queue here. Cars ducking and diving every which way. Jags pull alongside Coleman, but the Jags kind of boxed in, so Coleman's going to retake that place. Or not, actually. The Jags managed to go around the outside, so perhaps Coleman braked a bit early. Now see Brian going around the outside of Richard into turn 3. That's a great move. He's up into 9th place. Of course, Brian will be competing to try and win the AM category this year, and moves like that are certainly going to help him. So now Liam's clawed into the back of Bobby. This is Adam, under pressure from Ben, but he's managed to hold off there into turns 7 and 8. And now we have about everyone fighting for 9th place. Currently occupied by Brian, but there's the two Nissans coming quite close. Of course, one sort of purpley pinkish, one green. It's quite easy to distinguish who is who in this grid, apart from the Jaguars, because they are pretty much the same car. And that is Greg committing to the inside into the hairpin. Has he committed too much? Brian cuts back. And then there's everyone. Coleman's off, Ricky's off. It's getting quite hectic in the background. Liam has passed Bobby somewhere. It seems Adam has enough to hold Ben off just now. That Lexus is not the fastest in a straight. Ben's going to have to go all the way around the outside. Of course, this season the super soft tyres have been added in to try and mix up strategy. And you have to start on the compound that you qualify on, so if you want to start on softs, you have to qualify in softs and perhaps compromise against the people who would be starting on the super softs. It seems to have worked. We've had pretty mixed grid. Ben's now down the inside of Adam into turn 4. Is Adam going to try and come back into turn 5? He's still just about got his nose there. But now he's going to have the inside for turn 7. Well, if Ben can hang on long enough, he'll have the inside for turn 9. A little bit of bumping. But it looks like Ben's won this one out. He's ahead. Unless Adam thinks about sending one down the inside of the chicane. Hairpin, sorry, not a chicane. No, Ben is safe for now. And now Kevin making a little bit of a gap. Looks like Lewis is sort of holding people up a little bit. Nothing major. Sean is in 8th. Greg in 9th. Brian 10th. So those lot are still sort of fighting at Steph in 12th. Coleman 13th. Ricky 14th. As you can see, a bunch of the super soft runners in. So you can see even some of the soft runners. Cressy is in, Adam's in. So the soft runners haven't been able to go as far as the super soft guys. So perhaps and Liam was getting the most out of that. He's now way ahead of Lewis. Lewis is the big loser out of that. Found himself behind Bobby and his teammate Sean, or Sean yet to pit. The two Astons are together on track, 7th and 8th. Brian and the other Porsches 9th. Then John and Steph, I'm sorry, that's Steph and Coleman are going at it. There's both green and red cars, SBR themed. Of course, these are all custom liveries. The BMW one is pretty close to real life, but we're seeing a lot of unique liveries and standout colours, which is good. It's nice to see personalised liveries on cars. Ben still to pays on the softs, but you can see the super soft runners are now right behind him. There's Kevin leading the race. His softs look in pretty good condition, and it looks like he's committing to the one stop, which is contrary to most people who seem to be doing a two stop. Looks like Ben wanted to one stop, but he's sort of realising how much he's going to lose on these people. Bobby takes 3rd, so a podium place. Lewis in the BMW is going to try and have something to say about that. The Astons right now are up in 5th and 6th. There is Ben. Is he going to beat Chrissy out? No, Chrissy is going to have that place. Ben joins in P7. Brian's still yet to pit, holding onto those super softs really well, down in 8th. And there's Sean on a fresh set of softs in 9th. And you have the two Team Belgian cars. Steffi yet to pit, but they are 10th and 11th. Ricky starting on the mediums. It's an interesting strategy. Coolest on softs. So the Nissans are the only ones opting for soft tyres, or a medium tyre, sorry. Everyone else having a strategy made up of softs and super softs. Bobby onto the softs for this stint. Liam and Lewis still coming to the super softs. How's Ben doing trying to get past that Aston? Ben now onto the super softs for this stint. He started on the softs, he has Cressy ahead, who is on the soft tyres. So Ben with some brand new super soft tyres. He's going to be down the inside into the chicanes. A little bit of a nudge, but that is the move done for Ben. Where is Sean? He's just a little bit behind this battle. Lewis has passed Bobby, although he's picked up a penalty. Now Lewis has some defending to do. Like I said, that Z4 not very good in a straight line. Now Ben sees the man he was fighting at the start, Adam, just up the road. Lewis has managed to pick up a bigger penalty, somehow in the first sector. And it looks like he's got that one done. Liam is trying to close in on Kevin, who's doing 46s, while Liam's doing 44s. Of course, there's going to be a little crossover, where Kevin's going to have new softs and Liam's going to have older supers. Then Liam will come out in fresh supers. See who's where. Brian's still going on his super soft tyres, lap 7. Steph's still going on his softs. Ricky still going on his mediums, although he has his teammate on a fresh set of mediums just behind him. And there's Coleman, 15th, clearly not liking the Lexus as much as he did the Nissan last season. Adam is actually closing in on these two, so he might be fighting. There is Kevin taking his pit stop. Now Sean's gonna be wants to try to catch onto the back of that Aston. Because our reigning champion, you can see with the number 1, 8th, isn't gonna be that great of a position for him. Kevin comes out, he's behind Lewis and Bobby. So he's not going to want to lose any time to these guys. Lewis is in second, that promotes Liam right now into the net lead of the race. Of course he has another pit stop to do. Like I said, Kevin's sort of out of sync with everyone with a 1 stop, everyone else is doing a 2 stop. Greg running a bit of a lonely ninth. Brian has finally pitted a fresh set of super softs and he's in 10th. So he's looking good right now. So he quite easily took them to the end in that first stint, so he should be able to take them to the end of the race, especially when fuel is a bit lighter. Chrissy going slower than Sean, but Sean's not catching too quickly. Of course, we're not going to be a million miles away from our second round of stops. Of course, this race was a timed race. Kevin's trying to pass these guys. But this one was set to a timed race, and it caught a lot of people out, so we might be going back to actual lap races next time, I've heard. Because a lot of people got confused with if the leader crossed, did they have to do more, and people were doing fuel saving when they didn't need to, or were pushing when they needed to fuel save, and it was a little bit confusing. Now that Jag is going to stretch his legs. Is it going to find any way past the NSX and the BMW? Not yet. Bobby's NSX has picked up a penalty. Is this going to be around the outside in turn 4? He's going to have far superior grip. And that is the NSX dispatched of. Oh, he's hit the BMW. But no harm done. This is quite crucial for Kevin, because this is about when the super soft runners are going to be making their second stops. Even some of the soft runners who are 2 stopping are going to be petting about now. This looks like he's finally got the inside. Much quicker car in a straight than that BMW. Lewis tries to fight it back, but that was going to be a losing battle. Sean has managed to get past Chrissy. Chrissy's tyre substantially worse than Sean's. And are we going to see race leader Liam enter the pits? We are. I think this is about the time that a lot of people are going to follow. You see Lewis coming in, Bobby coming in. But Bobby was on the softs. Is anyone else gonna follow the trend? Sean is in. Even though we saw Sean's tyres were actually quite good condition, he's just copying the trend. Doesn't want to lose out to all these people. So is Adam in second. Of course, only done the 1 stop. His softs aren't in that great condition. And he's got... Actually, Chrissy has managed to come out in 4th. Oh no, she's not ped, sorry. So Ben is right now in net P3, maybe, when Adam stops. Lewis has to try and find another way past that NSX. His pit stops haven't gone well for him today. He's lost a lot of time through them. Whereas Kevin out front, you can see the Aston and the Porsche just behind. Liam's going to have to try and dispatch this Aston pretty quick unless it comes in. Because Adam has destroyed soft tyres. And that's going to be absolutely no match for a brand new set of super softs. Liam's getting held up a bit here. Adam's indicating to say that he's going into the pits, but still a good bunch of time lost for Liam there. About a second, which when you're trying to hunt down the leader is never helpful. That's Cressy and Adam in. Adam absolutely pushing his fuel, only 2% left. So it is Ben up into P3. There's the two BMWs, both on super softs. Bobby's on supers, Ben's on softs, Liam's on supers, and Kevin is on softs. So we've got a mix at the front end, some on supers, some on softs. Brian comfortably running about in 9th. There's Greg in 10th, with his fellow Team Belgium Mercedes just behind him. Coleman just stopping. Ricky is now into the softs, and John is onto the super softs. And there's the two BMWs. Now if Sean gets much closer, how are they going to try and play this? Because there's two cars just ahead of them they're going to have to try and get. Of course, Ben, one of the title contenders last year. He doesn't want to be losing an early March on him. And now Liam in the Porsche is showing also good pace, and Kevin is currently leading the race, so there's going to be a few more title contenders this year, not just Ben, Lewis and Sean. There's certainly going to be a few more. Of course, Sean, you can see his super softs in a bit better shape. Kevin, there's the Porsche just in the background. There's Adam's Aston running quite comfortably, as is Cressy. Brian has an an imminent threat of Greg behind on pretty new super softs. There's Koulis on softs, not quite had the same type of pace as his teammate has had. There's Steph, Coleman, Ricky and John. And now this looks like where it's going to be the most action. The fight for sort of 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. You'd think Ben, he has a car in between the two BMWs of Bobby, so Ben's probably comfortable. You can see the BMWs are slowly reeling in the NSX, but are they going to be too busy having an inter-team squabble that they're going to forget that they can work together? Now Sean being able to take a much tighter line through the hairpin. And they're all over that NSX now. Bobby's tyres a fair bit more worn than Sean's are. Lewis has only got slightly better tyres. And now Greg is through on Brian. Brian now has the other Jag to try and contend with. So one Porsche is trying to chase a Jag, one Porsche is being attacked by a Jag. Whereas Brian got better tyre wear so far than the other Jag and is on the super softs. That Jag cutting the chicane quite a bit, but it's fine by the game. Is this going to be the first move by one of the BMWs? Sean trying to get the inside. Lewis isn't just rolling over and taking this. He's saying, nope, I want 5th place. And Sean's probably thinking, I want 4th, I want that NSX. Now the Jag is ahead of Brian, expected with that thing's straight line speed. But for these guys, there's only going to be one more lap after this. Now Sean's really got a chance down the inside. Lewis again saying no. Sean's trying to go around the outside. Trying for the inside. Perhaps isn't the greatest display of teamwork from these two. Well, now they're on the tail of the NSX. Well, Bobby pulls the inside to take his penalty. He's ghosted right beside Lewis, and they've made contact because of it. Lewis firmly shutting the door, but Bobby forcing it back open. And this might just be what Sean needed to try and get through. These guys aren't really helping each other at the moment. There's Ben, he is quite comfortably away. Now, is this Sean's chance? He's going to have the outside, he's got better tyres, but that's going to have to be an ambitious move. Oh, and they've had contact. But because of the nature of these races, Liam will now finish the race. He finishes in 2nd place. That's why people were a bit confused. They thought they would have to do as many laps as the leaders did, unless they were physically apt. Ben takes 3rd. Bobby manages to hold on to 4th. The BMW intra-team battle really helping him there. Lewis 5th, Sean 6th. Adam will take 7th. Chrissy will take 8th. So, a strong start, but I'm sure they want more from the Aston Martin team. Greg is going to come around the final corner and take a solid 9th place for Team Belgium. I know there's a Nissan pulled off, that's why we're getting lots of yellow flags. Brian in the other Porsche takes 10th place. Steph will take 11th. Kulis will take 12th. Coleman is going to take 13th across the line. And Ricky, he will come home last but one in 14th, so not a great start for the Godzilla Racing team. And Kevin, he's about to finish, so we will just go to that. He waves across the line, flashes the lights, because Kevin wins the opening round of Season 2.